Hello, welcome to today's trophy hunting stream again. NBA didn't work out. I do have an ult, but apparently my ult kept disconnecting, not because of internet issues, because the servers are shit, so I gave up on that. And I was like, I want to play more of this. Well, Ride actually recommended it, so big GG to Ryder. But hello, everyone. Mind, Gilded, and Primal, how you guys doing? I only literally streamed this yesterday. I'm going to just do something very quickly. So as part of getting 100%, there is a very rare, I say very rare, quite rare, 1 in 64 chance of getting a different screen to pop up when you keep booting into the game. So I was actually kind of doing that the whole time I was loading the game. I'm not going to do it all stream. But I was doing it when I was like, you know, during the... It knows there's a question mark at the end of that. Like, this game is not super for children or those easily disturbed. I mean, why are you asking me? I do this for a little bit while I chat with people. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. So, the last time I played this, I beat, I guess you could say, like, Natsuki's route. I mean, not really Natsuki's route, but, you know. Okay, I'll give it one more go. No, okay. Let's do side story. So we did trust and understanding. Next up we got respect, balance, reflection, self-love. If we're lucky, we could do them all tonight, but I doubt it's because there's actually quite a lot, because let's do parts 1 and 2. So let's continue on. Yeah, how did your stream go? What did you play, Primal? It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. I'm going to just move my drink over here. And I haven't got my timer on. That's cool. You did Ghost of Tsushima, did you? Sorry that I missed your stream. I was too busy trying to hoop, unfortunately. And when I have Twitch on with that game, it kind of fucks things up sometimes, so I tend to, like, not have it. And that's cool. Yeah, mid's really cool. I like boosting with mid. I'll be doing Battlefield 1 with him as well at some point. It's been so... Oh yeah, I already said this. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far, Monica, Sayuri, and Yuri, have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayuri has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayuri, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Hi. Sayuri tugs excitedly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in a book. Are you here for the literature club? Hello, Keiki. How are you doing? Nice to see you. I do hope you are well. Yeah, he's a cool dude. Had a good time when we did Battlefield 3, because I did the co-op with him on that. And the co-op was actually very painless with him, although, to be fair, me and Guna had to discover all the bugs ourselves, so by the time I got around to doing it with mid, you know, what's the saying that Goon and I walk so mid can run? We had to figure out all the kinks and all the bugs and shit, and then when I got around to playing with mid, I can be like, oh yeah, we just have to do this, and this is really easy. Well, or not easy, you know what I mean. Yeah, I hope you're well, Keiki. Yeah. Yay, that's great. Thanks for stopping by. It's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces. Yeah. Come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk. Sayuri prances over to her desk and presses her palms onto it. Oh, and Yuri can make you some tea. Yuri looks up at Sayuri in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone and sits down next to Sayuri. Monica follows by sitting nearby. The sudden gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves? Okay. Well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense. So I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing or reading or whatever kind of literature. You know, I figured it was a club. You have that vibe. I have what vibe? Oh, you know, like... Never mind. I'm not going to judge people I just met like that. Very adult-like of you. I always judge people so hard. Oh, no you don't, Sayuri. Yes, she does. Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. I'm Sayuri. I just like learning about everyone and making friends. And I also like poetry. Oh yeah? Very adult-like of you. I'm an adult. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Oh, that's Yuri. Sayuri lowers her voice. She's kinda shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her. Well, I guess that leaves me then. I'm Natsuki, and I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff. And my favourite ice cream flavour is strawberry. Ooh, let's get ice cream. My favourite flavour is probably... cookie dough? Or maybe chocolate? It's cookie dough. And Monica's is probably vanilla. What the heck? I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream one's always accurate. What's Yuri's favourite? Natsuki shrugs. Probably green tea. I'm just joking, I have no idea for Yuri. Still, it's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out? Do you actually do club stuff? Well, we do club stuff too. It just hasn't been very structured yet since we only have like 3 members, so we can just loosely spend our time doing stuff we like. But I keep thinking it's about time we start with like more structured club activities. It's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah. Well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into? Well, I guess I'm... literature. Well, I like manga. Manga? Hey, why do you say it like that? I want to read manga in the club. Wait, hold on a second. That sounds so great. Like, after all, I've been doing all this, You returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which he sets down on an empty desk. After all the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more simple. Manga isn't simple. If you think that, you just don't understand the nuance. I didn't mean it like that. You know how Tuka was like in this game, he kept track. I mean, it is. I don't know why, like, Monaco gets so funny about it. Like, manga is literature. It's just basically like graphic novels, you know? Like, it's still telling stories. It's just got pictures with it. Manga's badass. But how are you doing, Tanoki? I'm doing very well, thank you. What you been up to? Well, anyway. Putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in? Not really. In that case, have you considered the anime club? Are you serious? I'm not going to join the anime club. It's full of... weird guys. Come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right? I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically... Oh, I get it, look. I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join? I won't bother anyone. If I could just, like, keep my manga here and hang after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do. Oh my god, Primal. You played a few minutes, that's it. No, don't tell me you burned that too, Tanoki. That's fine, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my god, thank you. You're the best. I have most of it crammed in my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay? Natsuki stands up. Need some help? Nah, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker. If you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine. I hope we never find out then. Natsuki exits the club room, leaving everyone in silence save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. It's got just a mic. Ugh, I'm such a pushover. Hey, it's not that bad. Natsuki seems like a lot of fun. Maybe, but I mean, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know? And that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation. Her tea is going to get cold. Yeah, wait, that's not related. Well, I think everyone deserves a chance, especially if it could bring her happiness. Besides, maybe I should take a liking to... Well, manga is literature. What are these people on about? Like, anime and manga are, like, not the same. At all. I'm not even a fucking weeb. I don't even read manga. I just feel so insulting seeing this. Primal's one of those weird moods today, guys. Yeah, I know what you mean, Tanoki. It's so typical. Ugh. Hey, who do you think I am? Sorry, I didn't mean that. I just feel really uneasy about this. Do you have any opinion, Yuri? Not particularly. She said she wasn't going to bother anyone, that includes me, so... Does that mean I bother you? No, you're a pleasure to be around. He has us fishing for a compliment. I know, but still, I really think we should give her a chance. Yeah, alright. But I'm really gonna start enforcing club activities. I'm willing to cooperate. Suddenly the three of them here thump against the door. What was that? Soyu stands up and walks over to the door and then opens it. He's feeling unwise. Yes, very unwise. Thank you. Carrying 3 boxes of what was presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. That's quite a collection. Soyu giggles in excitement. While catching her breath, Natsuki replies, There's still one more box. I can put them away myself. I know how to organize them. Monika anxiously glances between Sayuri and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club? Maybe it's what she really needs to kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monika is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Why am I so nervous? Monika paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monika thinks the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monika forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Need help? No, I got it. Monika awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once stored with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant, bright colours and cute-looking artwork. You know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there? I can't reach up there. That'd be so inconvenient. Yeah, but... Monika sighs. The teachers are going to ask what this manga's doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club. So? Monika backs off and slumps in the desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Cool. Good afternoon. Sayuri spins into the club room. I thought she said cool. Oh, I see someone's in a good mood. Yeah, because I have this. Sayuri brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. I found some money and got a cookie. Ooh, that's so pretty. As Sayuri trots over to the closet, the colourful shelves catch her eye. Which one do I start with? Well, you could start by giving me a bite of that cookie. No way! I saved up all my luck to find that money. If you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant. Ooh. Defeated, Sayuri unwraps her cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then, Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monika glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri turns a quick nod of understanding. Well, everyone's here now. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Okay, so I think today we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first. We have 4 members now, so it'd be great if we found some stuff to do as a group. Does that sound good to everyone? I agree. Okay, so I've got some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too. Well, I've been having lots of fun learning about everyone else's interests. Maybe we can each give a person a day to share their favourite kind of literature with everyone else? Well, maybe. Something tells me that. Monika glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider each other's interests. Maybe we could try to come up with something that everyone can enjoy equally. You know, that we can all vote in a book to read or something like that. I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests rather than to stick to the thing we're familiar with. Why does it feel like I'm being targeted here? Natsuki, didn't you say you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do? Well, yeah, it doesn't make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences. I like Sayuri's suggestion. Yeah, me too. Yeah, but, Monika's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monika finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monika have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything? Natsuki, are you sure you don't have any literature interests that you could share with the club? I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just... Natsuki cuts Monika off by suddenly standing up. Okay, well, it's obvious I'm just not wanted here, so I'm going to leave. But I really would have appreciated you just being more upfront about it. Okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want. Natsuki shoots Monika a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Oh no. Sayuri runs after her, leaving just Monika and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into her desk. Why am I such a jerk? No, she's a jerk. She's the one making me feel this way. Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. She probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so she doesn't have to participate. How does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club? Am I wrong, Yuri? I'm not good at these things. Monica sighs. Me neither. I just have no idea what to do. I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision. You know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it. So maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. You can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you. It does. It does? How? Well, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed. Oh, well, great. I'm just ruining the whole club then. That's not an accurate conclusion to make. I know. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of voicing my frustration and I guess guilt. It's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me. Why is it the hardest to be rational during the times where you need it the most? I don't think you're being irrational. I think Natsuki is. She has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club. Your club. Something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you. Well, you're right, but I don't know.
Listen.
Hey, Punisher, how you doing? How's it been going, man? I should have a drink break. Excuse me. Isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and doesn't belong here? Do you not feel the same way? You've been doing everything you can think to avoid associating the club with it, so I assumed you felt the same way about it. That's not true. Well, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, realization starts to set in. You may be right. I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this? Maybe I've just been convincing myself there's got nothing to do with the manga. I'm really upset that I'd let myself do that. With a sigh, Monica walks over to the closet. She finds herself staring at the colourful shelves. It's just, this isn't really what I had in mind for a club about literature. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. Monica starts defending her position once again. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I need to really get around to Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. I think you talked about before, right, that you really enjoyed it. Or somebody else did. Like, really enjoys like Mass Effect and stuff. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn on what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts. Yeah, I mean... Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. Oh, okay. I guess that was it. Alright, yeah, there's also an email I got. So I did a little bit of game off stream. Well, not the side stories, but just to get, like, the 100% stuff that required, like, playing through the game again to, like, do stuff that, you know, that unlocks certain artwork or whatever. And I also got, like, this email. As a reminder to help guide our data collection, any analysis performed should be focused on answering some of these main questions. How does granting elevated access to the VM affect a person's emotional state? How does granting elevated access to a VM affect a person's values and goals? How does someone effectively navigate and experiment with their ability to change the contents of their VM? How is elevated access being weaponized? What actions and values most contribute to the destruction of the universe? Most importantly, how might your observations apply to our own universe? Bonus, how can you present this to upper management as an operation that benefits the company? Unrelated note, whoever changed the color scheme of the desktop to pink, can you please change it back? It's unprofessional and runs the risk of drawing eyes. And that's cool, Punisher. Oh yeah, Primal, yeah. Wait, was it Primal? I don't know. Yeah, it must have been if Primal said it was him, but I don't remember that. Yeah, try my best, Skiller. How you doing? How's Monster Hunter? Alright. Oh, yes, it was you, yeah. This sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk? She should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members. Monica's usually really nice. She cares so much about everyone in the club being happy. Yeah, right. Well, she usually does. Maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental. So what if I'm into manga? Why can't just one person accept that instead of being so condescending about it? I accept it. I think it's cute. Oh, come on, that's condescending too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I just want to support you. Natsuki sighs. I know, thanks. Oh, fantastic. So how many crowns you got left? Yeah, I really can't wait to play it and stream it. It is on my list to stream, but... so many games to do. 12? You get there, man. This just really sucks. Do you want me to talk to Monica? I don't know. It's not like it's going to change her opinion of me. Like, even if you were to convince her to back off, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club. I should just find another club. Wait, you don't have to do that. We can figure this out, please. I mean, I'm the vice president, or at least I think I am. And I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome, to be happy, so I want to make that happen, for you. I was wondering, what was the reason you decided to join the literature club? Well, Natsuki hesitates. It's kinda dumb. Oh, don't say that. There's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome. I wasn't welcome. You were to me. So... just don't tell anyone, okay? Oh, that's like a Hat in Time's the platformer, right? I remember everyone at one point was like playing that game loads. Did you really enjoy it? Congrats as well, by the way. I don't know if I said congrats. Oh, man. I'm really glad for you, Skiller. So hopefully it's just more like less annoying monsters to get done. Especially Monica. I promise. Natsuki sighs. I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time. I can't enjoy the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it. Not that I care that what anyone else thinks. But you know, the signs for the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever. So I decided it was at least worth a shot. But that was a lie, apparently. Natsuki dejectedly kicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Oh, and I like writing too. Really? How come you didn't say that to Monica? Because she's being so judgmental that I didn't. Just want to tell her something that she wanted to hear. She didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction. And if she knew I was into writing, then she would just be like everyone else and just try to push me away from the manga in favor of the more mature thing. The two of them remain silent for a while. Oh, only super annoying ones left? Okay. But hopefully you can get them done quick. That's fantastic. Yeah, I've heard lots of really good things about it. I can't remember who developed it, though. Sayuri understands it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the club room for today, at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. You deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does. That's supposed to be what the club is for. So, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this. I promise. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most of the limited break time. Where could she be? Among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decides to try find her during lunch so she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. I'm quite lucky. It's actually been like warm, but not that hot, thankfully, Primal. Hopefully the fan will help you out. Oh gosh. Suddenly feeling awkward, Monica's afraid to get closer. Natsuki's with some friends who Monica doesn't recognize and they're all energetically chatting together. It'd be really tactless to just interrupt them. Oh yeah, did you end up joining that literature club or what? Of course I joined, why wouldn't I? I told you she would join. Come on, you know she didn't join because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club. I told you I never even wanted to join that stupid club. Oh, sure. Well, you've had to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash. True. Well, congrats on finally graduating middle school, Natsuki. We're proud of you. Shut up, just let me do my thing. I'm just joking, you know we love you. Yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book. What, are you gonna buy her smutty fan fiction? Well, obviously, I want a signed copy. That was like years ago. You don't think I've grown out of it by now? I told you I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then. Not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it. Yeah, sure. They grew up so fast it brings a tear to my eye. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monika's direction, prompting Monika to quickly turn away and distance herself. What the heck? That was horrible. I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict avoidant? Not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her. I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right. Wait, what? What happened to your car? Let's see. Oh, that's not that bad. Did somebody, like, bump into it a bit? After school ends, Monika distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri on the inside, eyes on the book as usual. Monika picks her desk and slumps into it, something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Yuri, I don't think I can be club president. I suck at handling anything that doesn't go, like, exactly my way. Yuri looks up from her book. It's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself unless it's in a way I don't like. I'm so mad at myself. And I'm especially mad I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity. Oh, Jesus. So, like, it's like insurance looking at it, or like, I see him like it's taking it to like a... Yeah, maybe it's like the angle. I can imagine it's probably quite like deep in, yeah. It's like you're taking it to like one of those mechanics or something. Sorry, we shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. This is like a lot on my mind. No. I enjoy listening. Really? Why? Yuri shrugs. It just makes me feel nice. Oh, well, okay, I guess I'll just continue then. Yuri nods. Yeah, well, Natsuki's has kind of a blunt attitude, you know? It made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join. I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her. Telling her to grow up and stuff like that the literature club would help her grow out of her manga. It just made me so mad, like, just let her enjoy it. It makes her happy. Why are you trying to take that away from her? And when I had that thought, it's like it came to realization that I was, like, kind of just doing the same thing. Just in a roundabout way. I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all. I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club. You did? Yeah, I remember. Fantasy isn't really my thing, so I just kind of tried to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation. I should have reflected on that, but I didn't because I just let Sayori handle it instead. And now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time. Monika shakes her head. I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with. It's so stupid. Like, I could just picture how much joy it'd bring Natsuki if I let her share her passion a little. I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it. Get them back? Yeah, I'll get them back by making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want. Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monika and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, she marches over to Monika's desk and sits down next to her. I'm having an intervention. I can do that because I'm vice president. Yeah, hopefully it doesn't cost too much, Primal. Yeah, I'm really excited to do that, Punisher. Definitely seems like a lot of really cool stuff that happens in the Mass Effect series, really. I definitely got like a glimpse of that when I did play a little bit in the PS1. Is this about Natsuki? Yes. Yeah, I know. I messed up. I'm super sorry. I was just talking to Yuri about it. Really? I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome. Literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be. I really need to make it up to her. Oh. Yay, I did it! Thanks for the intervention, Sayuri. I'm glad we're on the same page. Friendship wins again. So how do you want to make it up to her? I have a plan. Sayuri, do you know if Natsuki's coming to the club meeting today? I don't think she is. I see. Monaco is afraid of that. Not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy just to duck away from the conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club, but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Okay, do you think I could get her to come to the meeting tomorrow? I can do that. Okay, awesome. You don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener. Yeah, that's the part I'm really looking forward to. It's like being an arsehole, being a good egg. I feel like I want to be an arsehole my first playthrough because it's kind of... I remember like doing some dick choices like on the PS3 and it's kind of funny. Like how Shepard acts and stuff, to be honest. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Well, I guess that's it for today. It's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. Oh, I guess for today it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting. I'm going to step out for a bit. Is that okay? Yeah, I'm just going to read of Yuri. Hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here? So he picks up a manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Oh, that? Natsuki probably just left it out by accident. I thought she hasn't been coming to the club. Actually, Monika's been... Okay, Yuri, I'm sure it's just someone else who is using this classroom then, okay? Monika smiles at them both. Then with a wave, she exits the club room. I really shouldn't have left that out. If Sayuri catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki and that would get really awkward. Now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Yeah, my completion got fucked by Battlefield 1. I lost like minus 0.31 or something like that, but... It's probably going to be the next game I'm going to work on once I get past NBA, really. Or at least, like, I'd be, like, working on it, like, in between, because, like, I could just do, like, the multiplayer to do, like, the... You know, the, like, leveling up to, like, 10 and all that shit. Yeah. That's just me yapping all day, Keiki. It's just like, yap, yap. Like, this is literally me right now. Monika and Yuri are the first to arrive. I'm so worried. Do you think Sayuri's going to be able to bring Natsuki? The Yap Gang. Yes. How do you know? Well, she's Sayuri. You know, you're right. Time slowly passes. Monika sits and stands up to pace around and sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then the door finally opens. Sayuri marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. We're here! Welcome back. Monika, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayuri picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her. Looking back and forth between the club members, Monika is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She'd stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her. But imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monika had admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust, understanding, respect. What new lessons would the future hold for the literature club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monika takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Okay, everyone. The literature club is starting. We have an activity planned for today. Monika turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes manga in big letters. Today we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature, manga. Oh, come on. Isn't this kind of forced? I know you don't actually want to do this, it's just... Monika shakes her head. Natsuki, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it'd be easy just to smile and move on. But that's not enough. Not this time. I'm sorry. It was wrong of me to not take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club. I thought about it and I realized how biased I was against manga. It caused me to disrespect you and I'm sorry. But I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us. So, can I make it up to you? Well, thanks, but... I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to. Wait, that's not true. Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her. I was witness to that as well. This is the Literature Club. The Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves. We have all our own interests and our differences. It's my vision to let us freely express that. And it's my goal to respect everyone for them. So I just want to learn about the things that make you happy. I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does. Is that okay? Natsuki looks away and hesitates. But it's really dumb. The stuff I'm into. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. If you like it, then it's not dumb. Oh, except for me. Sayuri, you're not dumb either. What the heck? You guys are so weird. Fine, I'll show you some of my manga. Only because you admit that is literature after all. Natsuki stands up. Oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but I'm actually into writing too. I'm kind of a pro. But I didn't want you to like me just for that. Wow, really? I really did have you all wrong, Natsuki. Yeah, whatever. Today's not about that anyway, right? It's about manga, so I hope you're ready. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favourite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything? Me, not particularly, why? Oh, there's just something I want to show you if you had a few minutes. Sure, what is it? It's not in here, could you follow me to the music room? The music room? Why? Well, you see. Hey, Palebo, how you doing? Yep, we're still continuing on the side stories. You know, I'm actually really liking the side stories. Like, I love just the fleshing out the characters that's kind of going on with it. It kind of makes the ending to the game even sadder when you kind of think about it, you know? You know, I was thinking back. When that club was just me and Sayuri, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out. We cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves. And she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone. But I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that. yeah, basically. Like the law is strong, man. But yeah, I hope you've been well and if you've been doing some good gaming. Because you really taught me a lot about myself, like things I probably was always too stubborn to admit. Oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything. I just like brought a bunch of manga, then I got fussy and I didn't have my way. It was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it. No, I honestly needed it. If you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never have realized I did something wrong. Besides, your feelings are valid. They deserve to be heard and respected. Why is this game so fucking based? Holy shit. I love the characters, man. Like, they would talk the real talk. It's just really hard to feel that way sometimes. You know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place. But when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off. And it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem. Like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else. Am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself? I don't think I am. I just wish that sometimes people try to appreciate me for who I actually am. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her, and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki. You're so honest with yourself. I'm like, always trying to come off as perfect for other people. Anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble. But it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff. You really inspired me to start working on it. But well, like I said, I didn't even do anything. You're just being yourself, that's all you needed to do. Also, there's something else. Monica takes a breath. The thing is, I might have read a little bit of your manga. What, you? What the heck, why didn't you tell me? I'm sorry, I think I just kind of felt like embarrassed to admit it, and after I gave you such a hard time about it. I can't believe you, of all people, reading manga behind my back. That's so funny. Yeah, well, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it. But I mean, one of the characters is in the literature club. What are the chances, right? You're reading Parfait Girls? Wow, you have good taste. It's just one volume, and I kind of just picked it out randomly. Well, you got good intuition then. You have to tell me all about your favourite parts. Well, I think it was some kind of weird fate, because the character's in a literature club. She also plays piano. It's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano. She was like the perfect person I always wished I was. If I just did what I wanted instead of always second-guessing myself. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. I always felt like that I should only share the absolute best parts of myself. The parts that impress people make them like me more. But after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is. We share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allow us to share emotions. And I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing. Hey, I think the credit for that one goes to Parfait Girls, not me. No. Well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put the thought into my head. But it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day. Every day? Yeah, so being able to import your character is the winner, really, isn't it? And I can't wait to do that as well. Like, it really makes it more of like a journey, you know? Because, you know, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it. I mean, I haven't even been practicing for very long, and I'm really not any good at it yet, like, at all. But I wrote a song for the club, and I worked really, really hard on it. It doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah. Wish I had a remote roundabout now, but I can faintly hear it. Some good jamming though. Hello, Retro, how you doing? I hope you're well, it's been a while. Hopefully work's not been too shenanigans. Man, I'm really enjoying these side stories. Like, I've said that a million times, but I'm really enjoying them. Yeah, like, and I think it's incredible that they programmed the sequels to keep that in mind as well. Like, it's such a massive undertaking, you know, the way they did it. Oh, you fractured your ankle again? Oh, I think I remember, no, I think you did say. I think, unless you did it again. But they need to, is there like any, like, I don't know, something's got to be looked into with that, right? There's got to be like a, I mean, I guess like it's quite weak now or something, how many times you fractured it. So is there anything they can do about that? Like repair it better? Because that's really, really shit, Retro. Oh, Skilly, you're on a roll. Do some rise. Yeah, that's crazy, Punisher, how they managed that. That's all. That was so good. It was? Yeah, you kidding? It's like you're already a pro. Not even close. Does the song have a name? You said it was about the club, so... Yeah, it's called My Song, Your Note. Because everyone brings something so unique to the club. It's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think. But I was like such a selfish perfectionist. It shouldn't have been about me, it should have been about everyone. And it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is. I would never change that. Well, I think that's really thoughtful and kind of flattering. I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation. I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club. It makes me feel like I should probably apologize too. I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club. So yeah, I really didn't mean to take it out on you. I was being really immature. If you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right. Yeah, that is true, Retro. But it's like, it's always your ankle, though. Because I'd have thought, like, maybe, like, if it was because of fibro, right? It'd be, like, different body parts. But it's just your ankle, isn't it? It's fine. I'm past it, too. I think we're already even. It's really sweet that you're thinking about it. It takes a lot of maturity to reflect on that kind of thing. Well, I wonder who I got it from. Huh? Oh, never mind. Well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room. You did admit that's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now. You got me. The closet's all yours. I'll tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow. I want to do something nice in return. What kind of little something? Oh, you'll see. But I don't think you'll be disappointed. Oh, it's going to be the cupcakes, isn't it? Next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one. Yep, it's the cupcakes. Ah. Next mail. Yeah, so interesting. We're getting them like backwards. So they start off. Oh wait, no, I'm an idiot. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, they are going backwards. They're always in yeah, they're always in December, but they're going back in time. Simply put, it's not our job to arbitrarily decide upon some code of ethics just because we're the first ones to do this, to our knowledge. That's the government's job to figure out long after we've made enough headway for it to no longer apply to us. It's fundamentally flawed to apply ethical reasoning to this anyway, because humanity's code of ethics is based upon nothing more than our knowledge and understanding of life forms similar to ourselves. We don't have ethics for killing bacteria or plants, only for the creatures that we convincingly project our emotions onto. The humans in our VMs operate completely differently from us on a fundamental level, and therefore should not be taken any more seriously than a machine that's programmed to print "I feel sad." We're engineers and not philosophers. Damn, you're absolutely disgusting. That's terrible, Retro. Well, I hope you recover soon, man. And take it easy, you know. Oh, right. And also, when I was doing this off stream, I did get more of Yuri's poem. So Yuri gets another poem if you... There's like a thing where you have to... And I should have done this, where if you choose a different poem, like different style of poem, each time, like you do Yuri's one time, the next time it's Sayuri's and then Natsuki's, then Yuri actually gives you like a unique poem with that in mind. So let me see if I can find that. Yeah, okay. Beach. A marvel millions of years in the making, where the womb of the earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss, but beneath grey rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet. But where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in? Or will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of an eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where my toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is getting yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempted by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my peace to erode at the shore. Drift forward and I return to Earth forevermore. That's really cool. So so Yuri does that poem because I think that's... If you do different styles of poems, Yuri also actually... It's kind of interesting, like... It's not part of the 100%, but you do get different dialogue from Yuri. Actually complimenting you on trying, like, different things and stuff like that and saying how much your writing has grown. And she wrote this after, like, you know, making peace with Natsuki and all that, so... I'm trying to find... Where's the... Okay, yes, here's the last poem you get from Yuri for getting all the other poems. My conductor motions for one crescendo after the next, each time falling short of a climax. The lump in my throat is carried by... I don't know what that word's supposed to say. Sisyphus? I think I've seen that word before.
Yeah, it looks like Sisyphus or Sisyphus.
What's that supposed to mean? A figure in Homer's, how do you pronounce this, Iliad? And other works of Greek mythology is reputed to be the founder of some stuff and is a trickster who receives eternal punishment for trying to cheat death. I don't know if it's talking about that. I guess maybe if you know the reference, you'd probably get it if you're into Greek stuff, but yeah. How many words must I choose not to say before they finally break loose? What is that word? Orderly? I don't know that. It's the cursive. I can read cursive to a point, but I don't know what that... It's like orderlessly. Yeah, I guess that's supposed to be orderlessly, piling out of my mouth like a flock of school children at the start of recess. Pen cannot be erased, but even that is a metaphor. But even that metaphor fails comically, as my floor is littered, blanketed with wasted paper, a canvas of my mind, full of disjointed thoughts and unfinished sentences. Perhaps all along it was wrong to try forcing them out of my room, and I should instead invite you in. Oh, it's that guy, the boulder guy. Yes, I know him. I only know him because of memes. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. Sisyphus, that guy, yeah. Okay. The lump in my throat is carried by... okay, that's cool. Right, I get that now. I get it. Thanks, Punisher. I remember the first time Renine Rolled Trends... Yeah, I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? Like, I can't wait to play that series proper. It's just... backlog forever, you know? So much fucking backlog. Got a lot of songs as well. Alright, balance. Natsuki. While Natsuki is messing with the orientation of her manga in the closet shelves, Sayuri approaches from behind and pulls her into an embrace. What? Hi. The literature club has been in full swing since Natsuki joined. Including her, the club is now comprised of 4 members. Sayuri, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monika. Each club member has received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favourite kinds of literature with each other. Natsuki was first and shared a passion for manga. Then Sayuri shared her love for poetry as well as how she goes about writing it herself. Monika, who has multiple literary interests, decides to focus her day in short stories. And finally, Yuri managed to demonstrate obsession with fantasy with a little help and encouragement from Sayuri. Okay, so I guess Yuri in this one doesn't actually talk about horror, I suppose. After the week was spent on their presentations, Monika decided to give the club members this next week to freely explore each other's literary interests. Sayuri, having spent most of her time in the club so far of Yuri's fantasy books, is rather excited to begin her journey into Natsuki's manga collection. So yeah, the lid thing's really weird, Retro. So I think it started off as a thing in EU, but like... because apparently it's common in Europe. But obviously, that wasn't a thing when we were in it, and then we left because Brexit, lol. But then, like, for some reason, we then randomly adopted it. I guess because it's easier for those companies to then, like, manufacture it the same way, but I mean, I don't know. But honestly, what I just do, Retro, is I literally just, I force the lid off. Because what happens is, one thing as well is, yeah, it pokes me in the lip, and I can't fucking close it properly. There's so many times I've had drinks like leak in bags or whatever because I just shut it thinking I've shut it and it fucking leaks because it's not actually shut properly. Okay. I think it's the dumbest... I think the lid shit, and I get it, but I think it's the dumbest shit ever.
That's why you always hand it to me and fuck those lids.
Yeah, fuck those lids, are disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting, Punisher. It's one of those things I foresee them, like, stopping doing. I guess the main reason why it's a thing is because there's so many fucking stupid people that throw the lids and litter the earth and all that and kill off sea turtles and shit that we have to have it now. Oh, yeah, that can kind of happen, right? Because, yeah, if you rip it off, sometimes you get, like, one little... That happened earlier when I ripped off a Coke bottle, I think. That there was still, like, a little sharp bit. Yeah, it's disgusting. I really want to read with you today. Tell me which one I should pick. Ah, well, that depends on the kind of stuff you like. Yeah, but I guess because there's a bunch of dumb fucks that don't bother retro, we all have to suffer now. I mean, there's like romance and drama and comedy and mystery. I like all those things. Sayo reaches out and pulls a random book from the shelf and inspects the cover. Shouldn't this girl be wearing more clothes? You wouldn't like that one. In a panic, Natsuki snatches the book from Sayori's hand and replaces it on the shelf in a less conspicuous location. Okay, well, if you got really no preference, then let's start with something that's easy to get into. A lot of these don't start to get really good until like a few volumes in, and I wouldn't ask someone to make that kind of commitment unless they're already really into manga. Yeah, like I tried to take the sharp parts off, but I can't seem to get them off either, so I kind of give up. I just have to just accept the cut on my lip.
Well, thankfully, Audi haven't gone down that route yet.
No, they haven't, have they? Yeah. I could handle it. I did with Yuri's book, at least. Well, I'm more considerate than that. Although I'm kind of impressed by your attention span if you can put that much effort into her books. No, I've got the attention span of a donut. But I love my friends and I can do anything if it's for them. Well, okay then. And speaking of donuts, you finish yours?
There's one left, but I'm not really fancying.
Is it yucky?
I like
Is it the one we don't know the flavour to?
Yeah.
Is it the one that smells like coffee? Is it coffee?
I get the feeling like coffee.
You don't like coffee flavoured donuts? Give it to me then.
Yeah, it's there for you.
Well, don't just put it there. I can't reach it.
Oh.
Oh, I hate retro. People throw fucking cigarette butts on the floor. They can just rot in hell for like a...
Fucking don't get me started.
Most inconsiderate. You haven't even tried it.
Because I don't want to fucking try.
Coffee flavour's not really strong. It's like really, really minor. It's really nice. You should want to give it a go.
No, I'll do it now. I love coffee Punisher, just not coffee flavoured things. Like, I'll have a cup of coffee, but not like a... That's just not too bad, this.
You give it a go. It's minor though, right? Like, you can't really taste it that much. Like, you could taste it, but...
Yeah.
It's like the glazed stuff, but just with coffee in it.
Stop doing it.
Hell yeah. I'll take that. Sorry, I know... If you tried this one first, I could have swapped with you.
That's alright.
Sorry, I'm taking a donut break. Thanks, Sayori. This is really nice.
I'll nick one of yours in return.
Oh, don't take the chocolate one. That's my favourite. You've had like a million chocolate ones. I didn't have any chocolate ones.
I didn't have chocolate ones.
You did.
What,
The one with the chocolate thing on top.
No, I had 2 Lotus biscuits and 2 like plain glaze.
You definitely had one that had like a thing on top. I know, I saw it. It's like a Boston cream type one. It's got like a chocolate casing on top.
No, I didn't have like chocolate on it.
Well, they still count as chocolate, so I'm keeping it. Oh yeah, retro. Little one's having a good time with them.
Yeah, she's really liking them, to be honest. She cuddled one. When did she cuddle one?
Oh, Gengar. Someone likes to go on walkabout somewhere. It's like in the house, obviously, but those teddies go everywhere. Yeah, thank you so much. You know, we always adopt and give teddies a good home. Oh, it's just white chocolate. You can have this.
Yeah, I don't mind one.
I hate white chocolate. Oh, it's yucky.
Yeah, that white chocolate with the slightest bit of hot.
No, I think because I might just touched that because I didn't taste any coffee.
We all know my feelings on Toad. Welcome!
Wait, Toad hasn't gone missing. I saw him like literally earlier. I was gonna say.
Toad is someone, but I don't know.
No, I've seen him. I think he's in the living room. I have seen him today.
You know, all memes aside, like, I don't know where he is.
I do. Okay, that's delicious. Let me just mute for a bit and then I'll be back. Right, I'm back. Are you talking about the cat one? Was that from you? We got a cat toad. Was that from?
No, I'm pretty sure the cat toad was from.
I forgot which toad. I've got all the toads because I've seen them all. The cat toad's in here, I think. I've seen the other toads as well. Let's pick you something that let's pick you something that even donuts can read. I didn't say I was a donut. I just said I had an attention span of one. Oh, were you just trying to call me sweet? You're so cute. No, how did you get to that conclusion? And don't call me that. A donut? Cute. Oh, how come? I just don't like it. I don't need a reason. Natsuki yanks a book from the shelf and closes the closet doors. Oh, yeah. I know that. I know the one. I've seen that one too. We've got so many toads in this house.
Toad apocalypse.
I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to hurt you. Nah, sorry, it wasn't you. Natsuki shakes her head while pulling a second chair over to her desk. I was talking about something else, I didn't mean to get angry all of a sudden. Oh man. It's got a bit of frosting on me. No, not when it's already a toad apocalypse. Even little one's gonna turn into a toad. You're like, well, a nice person, so I wasn't talking about you. I still learned a valuable lesson. So you speak softly as well, feeling shy of receiving an unexpected compliment. Well, anyway, here's the book, so just start whenever you feel like it. What's it about? Well, it's like a comedy and there's romance too, obviously. So you look at the title, it's called Love is Another Word for Luck. It's about a girl who keeps accidentally running into the same guys and you find out like... Well, you should just read it. But you have to tell me what you think. I can already guess who you're going to ship yourself with. It'd be so funny if I'm right. Ship? I don't get it. Ah, never mind. Let's not worry about that yet. Just make sure you tell me what you think. Oh, okay. I'll start then. Hey, maybe tomorrow we could do poetry too. Oh, yeah, I guess. But don't you want to finish this first? Yeah, but we could do both. I mean, unless you don't like poetry, then I won't make you or anything. No, it's just... Well, never mind. We can worry about it tomorrow. The Toad and the Moon. After the club meeting ends and Natsuki and Yuri leave, Monika strikes up a conversation with Sayuri. I see you got Natsuki to share some of her manga with you. I really want to become better friends with her. She's so enthusiastic, expressive. I could just listen to her talk. She's so... I'm not sure if she meant I can't say that to her, if I just can't say it at all. Say what? Nothing. I'm a woman of respect. And Natsuki is a woman of cute. Oh, I said it. What's so bad about that? I don't know, but you know, there's one thing I'm kind of worried about. Sometimes I'm afraid that Natsuki actually doesn't like me very much. Oh, that's ridiculous. How can you feel that way? Well, I mean, there's little signs like how she only says hi to me after I say hi to her first. And it feels like she only gets excited to talk to me when it's about manga and other stuff she likes. She just seems dismissive a lot. She's like that when I brought up poetry. Yeah, but doesn't mean she doesn't like you. She's probably just shy, you know? Maybe. My stupid head is making me worry for no reason. It likes to do that. It's okay, try not to worry so much. Everything will be great. But you can always talk to me about any concerns that you might have. I'm here to help. Oh yeah, what you working on, Retro? You're the best. Sayu gives Monika a quick hug. Well, I'm going to keep trying because I love her and I want to get closer to her. You got this. As the next club meeting starts, Sayuri is the last one in as usual. Trotting into the room, she sees Natsuki sitting alone by the closet reading what must be manga. Without hesitation, Sayuri pulls up a chair and plops herself down right next to Natsuki. Hello there. Hi. What you reading? Can I read it with you? Natsuki pulls the book away from Sayuri. You can't just start in the middle, there's spoilers. Besides, what about the one I gave you yesterday? Sorry, I was just curious. Well anyway, I've been waiting forever for this volume to come out and it just came out yesterday, so... Oh, well that's exciting. Well, I'll let you read it then. Can I sit next to you though? Sure. Sayuri plops herself down to Natsuki and then pulls out a blank sheet of paper. Natsuki reads in silence, save for the periodic flutter of a page being released from beneath her thumb. From Sayuri's side, only the light tapping noise of her pen meeting the paper can be heard. Hey, Soup. Hopefully work goes very well for you. Thank you so much for stopping on by. Hopefully travel safely. It's always good to see you. Time passes. Sayuri's paper is filled with scribbles and the margins are lined with stick figures. Natsuki lets out a deep sigh and closes her book. Did you finish? Nah, but it's a good stopping point. My head is swimming. I need a break. Natsuki stretches her arms. Aren't you bored? No, I was writing. Oh, I saw the stick figures and thought you were just bored. I just draw those and I'm thinking of waiting for inspiration. I made friends with them all. This one is sad because she thinks the night sky is pretty, but she can't look up at the stars in public without everyone thinking she's a weirdo. And this one has problems with his back, but the doctors can't figure out what's wrong with him. What the heck? You're the weirdo. Want to read the poem I'm working on? Sure, I guess. Sayuri slides the paper over to Natsuki. As Natsuki reads through the poem, she furrows her eyebrows. She slides the paper back over to Sayuri. Don't you ever feel weird just sharing all your thoughts and feelings like that? I mean, your poems are like really emotional. Is that bad? Well, no, it's just an observation. Yeah, Soup, I've not been on lately. I've just been boosting so much, but thankfully I've had a bit of break from that, so just playing some DDLC. Finishing Pants and Bear. Friend's gonna buy a bear off, which can make a multicolour yarn. Different shades of purple. They're gonna make Danny DeVito, so that's cute. That sounds like you really, you got a lot of projects, Retro. Hopefully you can do them all and, have a good time with them, you know? Have good success. Oh, my ear. Oh, God. Ow. Really itchy. I think people can get closer to each other. They just find ways of expressing their feelings. Well, Natsuki begins to protest, but she can't find a good way of putting her thoughts into words. Doesn't it depend more on the kinds of friends you have? I don't know, to each their own, but I've never met anyone I'd feel comfortable sharing my poems with. And not that it's you, it's just how I am, so... You write poems? You never told me that, I just thought you wrote other stuff. Yeah, that too, but... You should... I mean, would you ever want to share? Like I said, I don't do that. But, can we talk about something else? I'm sorry. It's not your fault, it just makes me uncomfortable. I can't help it. Still, I'm sorry. It's fine. Well, let's move on to something that makes us both happy. I should continue the book you gave me since I didn't get very far yet. Sure. Oh, no. Yeah, I can imagine you get some really crazy patterns out there, you know? Over the next few days, Sayuri begins each club meeting by approaching Natsuki with unwavering enthusiasm. It's Natsuki. Natsuki. Hi, Natsuki. At the end of one club meeting, Monica has become rather invested in Sayuri's friendship mission. Starts an innuous? Rider, help. How do you say this word? Innocuous, thank you. Innocuous conversation with Natsuki while she packs up. It's so cool you've been finding time to spend with Sayuri. She's pretty excited for a chance to read manga with you. Yeah, I'm sure you've been enjoying the chance to share it too, right? Yeah, mostly. Natsuki glances over her shoulder but doesn't reply further. What's on your mind? Nothing. I don't talk about people behind their backs. Oh. Natsuki falls silent, but she just fidgets instead of getting back to what she was doing, as if though she wants to say more. It's okay to share your feelings. That's different from talking about someone behind their back. I guess. I just hate when people talk about me behind my back, so I'm better than to do it to others. Monica shares a bright smile. You're really considerate. Thanks, I guess, but doesn't feel like it. You can trust me. Natsuki stands in silence for a moment and then still fidgeting. I just feel smothered sometimes. I'm not used to someone being like all over me right after we meet. I mean, it's fun to hang out with her, but I just have no control over the pace. I just can't meet someone and and instantly become best friends with them and like share everything about myself. That's not how it works. I just want to chill out sometimes. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. It's fine, why would you have? I know, I just felt bad about it. I know, Sayori, I should have realized. Monica navigates through a tinge of guilt, which is surfaced mainly due to her being the one who previously encouraged Sayori's behavior. Despite not knowing the situation, Monica can't help but feel a little responsible. Do you want me to talk to her about it? No, I wouldn't like that. Well, I could, I don't know, like divert her into another club activity for you or something. No way, that'd be so underhanded and mean. Sorry, I didn't think that one through. Oh, no. I mean, that sounded really cool. Spinning yarn and that. That really sucks that, yeah, like the timing was so bad that you then like fractured your ankle, like after you got it. That fucking sucks. Hopefully you can get that done as well. Especially when you're so excited about it, you know? Besides, just because I complained about it doesn't mean I'm asking for someone to solve my problems for me. That is true. I'm sorry. I guess I just instinctively want to try solve problems even if it means I haven't been even if I haven't been invited to. It's fine. I'd talk to Sayori about it, but it'd make things really weird between us. I felt like it'd make her just constantly be afraid that she's bothering me. I don't know how to just keep things natural. Well, I think if you do a good job expressing all of your feelings, she'll totally understand. Sayori really wants to be the best she can be for other people. I think she'd actually be happy they'd want to improve your friendship with her. Maybe. Oh, I just feel so dumb talking to someone about how to be friends with them. Just weird and not cool. Monica shrugs. It's the literature club. Then she mumbles through a stifled laugh. It's not the cool club. Hey, sorry, that just tickled me for some reason. Look, I know you're kind of in a tough spot and it's hard for you to really express yourself. But you've really demonstrated to me that you're great at self-reflection and critical thinking, even if it doesn't feel like it to you. Right, yeah, because I think of spinning yarn, I think of the wheel, right? So how does that work with your method? Oh, man. Oh, shit. I'm really sorry. Hold on, Mike. No, Mike. Sorry for the jump scare. Nothing scary happened, guys. I knocked the mic over and I was itching my ear. Oh, my ears are so fucking itchy. Probably got an earwig in there or something. Or an earworm. it's a nice music in this game. It's giving me earworms. But yeah, hopefully, you know, if he's still catching up and doing a good job in that, then that's good, you know? I think that's the most important part, being able to navigate through these things. So I believe you'll find the right thing to do. Well, Natsuki instinctively starts to reject the compliment, but she can't find an excuse to do so. Thanks. Natsuki gathers her things and she finishes her thoughts in a mumble. I'm still glad I joined this club, even if it's weird sometimes. Monica smiles, but Natsuki turns her back and walks away before waiting for a reply. It was an unusual way for Natsuki to express her appreciation, but Monica knew what she meant. It made Monica feel like everything was really going to be okay. Alright. It's lunchtime. Sayori, who usually buys her lunch, is making her way to the cafeteria like any other day. The clamour and bustle of the students is drowned by Sayori's impeccable skill of zoning out. However, her imagination is momentarily interrupted by the glimpse of a familiar pink-haired girl. Hey, that's Natsuki. I never run into the other club members around the school. Natsuki! Sayori stands on her tiptoes and waves. Natsuki, who's busy walking and chatting with her friends, doesn't notice Sayori at first. Then she glances over in Sayori's direction. Sayori waves enthusiastically. Following her friends, Natsuki quickly ducks around the corner. Hey, she definitely saw me. Monika's the first to arrive at the club meeting and then Natsuki. Sayuri, having glanced through the window to see Natsuki already inside, is unable to work up the courage to enter. Natsuki's been so distant with me. I was stupid to think that she ever wanted to be friends. She only got excited because she got to share a manga. But aside from that, she doesn't even like me. I should just go home today. Sorry, but do you plan on going inside? No. Why? I'm sulking. Oh. Well, I'm sorry for bothering you. Excuse me. No, don't leave me! Oh, I'll stay here then. I don't want to go in. I'm afraid of bothering Natsuki. I saw her at lunch today, so I waved and called out to her, but instead of saying hi, she just ran away from me. Really? Not bad. Hey! So sorry, that was a joke. It just sounded like something stupid I would do from anxiety. From anxiety? Well, I just don't like attention being drawn to myself. Oh, well that makes sense based on the person you are. But Natsuki isn't shy like that at all. I thought we were friends. But it feels like every day she's just trying to distance herself more so they're getting closer. Makes me feel like she was only spending time with me during the club because I was reading manga, but she doesn't actually want to be friends with me. Well I feel like I'm missing a lot of context here. Was she in the middle of anything when you approached her? No, she's just walking with her friends. With her friends. You pauses for a moment. How do I put this? Sayuri, you're very fond of your friends, right? You always want to be spending time with them. Of course, if it is anything more important to me. I mean, the best parts of my day are always with my friends. Besides that, I really hate being alone, so... You hate being alone? Sayuri nods. And we're very different people. I cherish my time alone. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So I think... well, if I was trying to have alone time and I was being threatened with an interruption, then... It just not make me very happy. Yeah, but it doesn't have anything to do with Natsuki. She's already with her friends, not trying to be alone or anything. No, I think it's similar. It's, well, we're all friends in the club, but we have our own lives outside of the club as well. It's hard to explain if things like a spinning top attached to the wall to it, drop the spindle, spins around and spindle yarn. Okay, that's definitely hard to explain. Should probably just check a YouTube video. But I think I can kind of picture it a little bit. That's cool though, so obviously it's like a lot more cheaper and easier to use, I suppose. Hey mate, how you doing? I heard you're doing sushi today. How's that going for you, like Ghost of Tsushima? If you think about it, making new friends isn't some casual occurrence that happens on a daily basis. A friendship is invitations into wiring your lives together. But the capacity at which each person is ready to do that might be different. There are friends who just like to have fun together, and others who talk every day and share every detail of their lives with each other. I think when establishing a friendship, it's important to consider the comfort level of the other person. I mean, we don't really know much about Natsuki's life outside the club. It could be that she simply needs to make friends at her own pace rather than just jump headfirst into a new commitment. But that means I really was bothering her? I just really wanted to be good friends with her, so I treated her like one. Was I actually hurting her? I don't know, I'm sorry. My insight is only really based on what I understand about my own needs. And Natsuki and I are completely different, so... Why is I so selfish? Even if all that is true, then that still means I hurt her. I think I messed up. With you, I think I was really careful to understand your needs when I was becoming friends with you. I wasn't careful at all with Natsuki because she already seemed really social. I just took control of everything so they're looking for the right balance. Now I hurt her and she doesn't want to talk to me. How can I let myself do this? Sayuri, I think that... Oh, there was one time you told me something about the way I saw things in my head being different from reality. It's easy to automatically jump to the worst case scenario, but I think it's more likely that Natsuki doesn't harbour any ill feelings towards you. So I think if we were to realistically consider the situation, how it would cause someone to feel, I'm bad at this, I'm sorry. That's cool. Did you guys have fun? That was a win. Thank you, Mid. 10 stream streak. That's incredible, my dude. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. 10 is X and a W. It's W for the streak, but X for the 10. And also, congrats on the steak. I'm just jiffing, man. You're a lot better than me at things like comforting and reassuring people. Suddenly, Sayuri gives Yuri a gentle hug. You're the best, Yuri. I'm sorry for burdening you with this. You're trying so hard for me. You're such a sweetheart. It's not a burden. I enjoy listening to others, and my friends deserve happiness. Sayuri beams. Well, I think I'm going to give Natsuki some space. She should do what she wants, and if she still wants to be friends, then I'll learn her needs and I'll match her boundaries. Yeah, I'm sure that's what's best. I wish I didn't feel so awful and guilty. It makes me feel desperate, like I need to make it up to her by trying to make her happy. But that's not what she needs. I just have to tell myself that. It hurts, but I guess it means I still need to grow. I really want to grow as a person. If it's better for my friends, then I want that. That's very mature of you, Sayuri. I'm mature. Sayuri hops up and down on her toes. So does that mean you'd be going home after all? Sayuri shakes her head. I need to be here to show that I respect her space. I'll just spend the club by myself today. Yuri nods in understanding. You can go in first. Okay. You're blocking the door. Oh. Sayuri steps aside. By the way, before Yuri enters the club room, Sayuri interjects. You said that you and Natsuki are completely different, but I don't really think that's true. I think you're actually really similar in a lot of ways. Yuri smiles and shakes her head. Sayuri, that's absurd. You're very silly sometimes. Yuri turns and enters the club room. After a moment, Sayuri follows. The club room is quiet. When Sayuri walks in, Natsuki glances in her direction. Sayuri smiles and gives Natsuki a quick wave before sitting down across the room. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. Sayuri decides it's best to continue the manga she was reading, so she pulls it out. However, it looks like Natsuki isn't reading today. She has a sheet of paper in front of her and is tapping a pen against her desk, staring at it. Ooh, are we writing today? Monika speaks in a quiet voice and willing to disturb the peace of the club room. She kneels down at Natsuki's desk. Hey! Natsuki pulls the sheet closer to her and covers it with her arms. Sorry, I didn't mean to peek. Whatever, I just wanted to see how everything was going. It's fine. Natsuki replies dismissively. She glances over at Sayuri, who's focused on her manga. Monika follows Natsuki's gaze. I think she's mad at me. How come? I'm busy right now, ask me later. Monika falls silent. Natsuki looks back down at her paper. Hey Unhinged, thank you so much for the look, I hope you're doing well. And no worries, Retro. If it wasn't for the reading, it'd be much more faster, but I actually take my time with it. To be fair, I've only streamed this game like 3 times. Oh, well, this is the 4th now. It just feels like it's longer because I've been taking such a long time between streams. She inches her hand away from the top margin, allowing Monika to see. It says, to Sayuri. Understanding, Monika smiles. She places her hand on Natsuki's shoulder and whispers softly, I'm proud of you. Natsuki looks away but makes no motion to remove Monika's hand. Monika gives Natsuki's shoulder a quick squeeze before standing back up and pulling away. The end of the club meeting passes. Yuri has already departed, so has Monika to check on Sayuri and Natsuki to ensure they wouldn't stay too late. Sayuri was determined to finish her manga volume before heading out since the end was approaching. However, Natsuki also staying late for an unknown reason as silent tension hangs in the air. After finishing the volume, Sayuri brings it to the closet to put it away. She slides it back into the shelf while Natsuki watches. Then Natsuki gets up and pulls it back out in order to return it to its proper location. Sorry. I didn't know where it was supposed to go. It's fine. The two fall silent again, avoiding eye contact. They both look like they're about to say something, but neither can break the silence. A moment passes. Well, I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow. So he turns away to hide her pained expression and walks away from the closet. If there's any proof Natsuki no longer wanted to be friends, this was it. Defeated, Sayuri carries herself out the club room. Once in the hallway, Sayuri takes a deep breath and hits her palms against her cheeks to clear her head a little. Suddenly Natsuki's stammering voice calls out from behind. Natsuki? Startled, Sayuri turns back round to face Natsuki. Natsuki fidgets and anxiously continues with a shaking voice. Yeah, I'm glad to be like a little audiobook for people before bedtime. I have a lot of things to say. Me too, but you go first. Natsuki bites her lip and can't stay still. Well, first of all, she cuts herself short, struggling to continue. Trying to force the words out, she stamps her foot and hops up and down a little. I'm sorry for the thing I did at lunch, and I'm sorry for being just kind of mean lately. It's really hard for me to I'm not good with things that make me uncomfortable. Especially when it comes to like feelings and stuff. So, face burning, Natsuki clams up again. Instead of continuing, she simply holds up a sheet of paper for Sayuri to take. The best place in the world. I love my bedroom. It's full of bright colours and soft things. The sunlight shines in and makes everything sparkle. It's the best place in the world. It has all my treasures. My books, my collections, my memories. All of my dreams were born in this room. It's the best place in the world. It has all my secrets, all my failures, my fears, my feelings. Sometimes it feels so fragile that the door will break at the slightest touch. But it's still the best place in the world. But when someone knocks, I get scared. I brace my arms against the loose hinges. Please don't break. Don't come in. I'm not ready. It's my best place in the world. The knocking won't stop. I block the door with furniture. An eye peeks through the keyhole and I panic. I'm trapped in the best place in the world. I'm not ready to share my favourite place. I need to clean my secrets and make my bed to hide my nightmares. I need to touch them to put them away, to see them again. I have so much to do and I'm scared. I'm not ready. It's still my favourite place. I still want to share it. However long it takes, if you wait patiently, I'll eventually open the door and I'll show you the best place in the world. It's a poem. But I thought, well, I sucked it up so I could work things out with you. So just be happy about it, please. Soya smiles deeply from the bottom of her heart. Welcome back, Retro. I'm happier than I could express. I feel so awful, but I'm so happy that you do this for me. I actually realised before the club meeting today that I made a mistake. I got so caught up in the chance to get closer to you that I forgot to think about what you wanted. And that we probably have different ways that we like to make friends. About like the friendship stuff. I mean, it's okay. I understand, so you don't have to force yourself to talk about it. Your poem did a good job. So don't force yourself if you're not ready yet, okay? Natsuki nods. You don't have to feel like you did anything wrong. It was my fault and I'm sorry. I wasn't mad at you today or anything like that. I actually felt really guilty and wanted to give you space. I was thinking it was silly to approach you like all the time, and so that I should just let you approach me when you want to. Just whatever makes you feel comfortable. I respect that from now on. Friendships should always start with these things. With the right balance. Natsuki nods again. One thing about that? Well, I don't want to have to approach you all the time either. I just want it to be balanced, like you said. Sayuri nods. I understand. We'll make sure of that together then. Well, anyway, now that the two of them have found common ground, Natsuki finds it easier to speak more freely again. I'm not going to be like sharing my poems all the time now or anything like that, but I guess it wouldn't hurt to do so once in a while. Only the best ones. So you better like them, because otherwise I might change my mind. I like anything you do, Natsuki. What was I saying? More importantly, I have to tell you about my new boyfriend. Huh? Oh, from the manga! Wait, I need to guess who it is. You definitely won't be able to guess. The two walk down the hallway together. Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. Darn, I should have told you to save the last two chapters so I could see your reaction to the big reveal. Aw, you wanted to enjoy it with me. That's so cute. Oh, shush. Aw. Now I got more pictures. Yeah, you got like one picture left there, the wallpapers. Yeah, it's... Oh, I got, I think, the last poem for... for Natsuki here, so we'll just read that. I named my pen the Expression Express. My feelings are bored with a ticket to you. No room for stammers, no lies, no extra stops, no compromise. Station screaming by, attendant saying hi. One ticket to you, please and thank you. Take a headphone and doze. No bumps in the rails, just thumps in my heart, and loops in my letters and clouds in the sky and dreams in your eyes. Hey, wake up, the train has arrived. Expression Express, destination you. Choo choo. Oh man, these poems are great. I was saying to Ryder, like, we were talking about this game before the stream, and I have a really weird appreciation for poems after playing this game. I like poems anyway. The problem is, it's public education, right? Or just, I guess school. The poems are shit, okay? Now, I guess, yeah, they're big and famous by fucking a bunch of old famous white dudes or whatever, but like, honest to God, like, they're just so boring. And you don't ever read cool or interesting poems. So I guess I end up having like such a negative feeling about them. Like, it's like, oh, this is like lame. But then I like learn more like, you know, haikus and stuff, or like more like, I guess, like poems by like, you know, people with like different like feelings and like, because I mean it's like how the game explains like it's just a way of like being able to express yourself and stuff like that, and I was like, damn, you know, this is deep, this is good shit. So that's super cool. So yeah, I'm really enjoying that. I choose you. Haikus are really cool. I don't understand like how to, I can't write them or anything like that. I can't really write any poetry, but haikus are really cool. I just want to know, by the way, I just forgot to mention this for the music, but there's one song called Sayonara, and that's a song that plays when you find her after she's hung herself, so I think that's just fucking genius. Right there, right? That's pretty funny. I mean, the hanging thing's not funny, but like the name of the song with the character's name as a pun is really funny. Right, so we've got reflection and self-love. Okay. Yeah, I don't really get poetry, but I like reading it. Am I bothering you? Nah. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read here. It's mainly when I'm by myself that I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place and you're more ready to socialise, even if it takes a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work. So it can be healthy to put myself into a social environment every now and then. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone, or when there's too many people, or everyone's been too silly for me to keep up with. You glances across the room at Sayuri and Natsuki. Sayuri's head cocked back and forth, her mouth... Sayuri has a head cocked back and forth... Sayuri has a head cocked back and her mouth open, there we go, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting on the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need, they just ran out of cookie. What a waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayuri seems particularly good at making that happen. Aww. Oh, that's really sweet, Retro, yeah. Poems, that's what the game really touches on a lot, like how poems are like such like a way of being able to express yourself in ways that like I guess you normally can't, just by like... There's other forms of writing that can do that, right? Like stories in general, but poetry I think is really... To articulate the word? I don't know, there's something about it, you know?
Articulate is could be a word.
No, it is the word, but I just think if it's the right word, you know? But yeah, it's... I don't know, I like it. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had any chance to talk one-on-one, have we? Did that may be partially my fault since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members? Not at all. I probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh. But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose it's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There's still 2 more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy may be my favourite, but after that, I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Well, there are lots of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh come on, Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So it kind of felt like... please don't make me think about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be much fun. Absolutely not. Really, even if it's between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it's my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too, you know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. There's nothing wrong with growing out of things, it happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense it used to be about my own interests. It makes me think that she'll likely grow out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really hard going until then. Oh yeah, what was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know, I guess, let me think. It's after I discovered the series I really liked. Yeah, I was just like, I really fed up with a lot of things. I got super into this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and I wanted to be by myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri. And Monica. Sorry. That's completely wrong, so it's still cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but sounds like they've helped you a lot through hard times. You know it. Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you're reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up a imaginary stack. I should get one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long so I can say that I've read more than you. Not that I have the money for that.
I can read One Piece.
Yeah, read One Piece. Please, I'd hardly count your books, only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours, it's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glare at Natsuki. It's not boring. Chill, I said for me, not for you. I can have my own opinion, I just think it's too convoluted. So Yuri, are those from the floor? Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it, the oils are there even if you can't see them. Fine. So he trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly, she was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her, I only understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows well how much she's mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me about things you hate about it? I'm sorry, Yuri, you may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a literature club. So I should figure out how to mediate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also the ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well this is something I have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary, I just wish to be respected. That then, either way I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay everyone, we have a special club meeting today. As you know, Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about, but it also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Or sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused or something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Sorry if it came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it'd be a good topic for the Literature Club, don't you think? I'm sure it's going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. If you say so. Sure, I'm gonna have a drink. It's all about them spicy opinions today. Excuse me. The cool thing about language is that it gives a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. With a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. That goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, Sayuri, what's your favourite food? I have them organised by category. Should I start with snacks or do you mean full meals? Or should I include breakfast? Oh jeez. Okay, how about your favourite fruit? That's easy. Cherries. Really? I just thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious. Whoa, that's a pretty strong reaction. I just don't understand how somebody can think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know, sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't because I don't like cherries. It's because you felt like your opinion was under attack. I actually really like cherries, but straws the fucking goat. Strawberries are the goat fruit, and nobody can, convince me otherwise. If you have proper strawberries, not like supermarkets can have okay strawberries, but you need really good strawberries, proper nice sweet ones and stuff. In season. Oh, perfection. And strawberry juice. Strawberry juice is amazing and so underrated, and nobody makes it. Strawberry soda, for example. Excellent. But That's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. When I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. Yeah, nuts are not fruit. Hello, Oblige. Wait. We're just nuts? Strawberries? I remember seeing a weird fact about a particular fruit being actually classed as a nut, and I can't remember which it was. Was it strawberries or was it cherries? I mean, cherries do have that, like, nut in them, right? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, man, if I could live in a strawberry field, like, forever, I would. Yeah, I hope you're doing well, my dude. It's nice to see you. Yeah, I think I remember reading up about that. It's really weird, isn't it? I love strawberries, man. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious on my own, which is cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How's that objective when you just said it was only your own opinion? As to the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori, let's rewind for a second and pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good. So what if instead I said like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. But that's fine, as long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and so I didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about differences. Oh, Retro, I've honestly, like, the fat fingers are real. Like, if I'm like on my phone or something like that, the amount of typos I get is ridiculous. You don't need to take notes. I'm not going to quiz you or something. I know that. I was just... sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just felt like I shouldn't have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to help you turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sayori actually liked cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm sorry, Sayori. I'll make it up to you later. Yeah, exactly, Retro. When I actually need the words, it just doesn't give me it. Yeah, Oblige, you weren't here yesterday when I streamed this, right? But I finished off, like, the story completely. Well, like, the main story, because I did, like, Natsuki's route, which it turns out wasn't really a route at all. Because the game gets linear after Act 2, apparently, so I was kind of bummed out about that, but... So I'm doing something called Side Stories, which is, like... So they're basically not related to the main game, because they don't take place to when, like, the protagonist is introduced. So I think they're kind of like a prequel, I guess, to how the Literature Club all got together and, like, these characters, like, going through the differences and stuff like that, like, to how the, you know, with all the different personalities and stuff. It's quite cute, quite cool, to be honest. I'm really enjoying it. I breathe, man. How about a cherry sundae? You are welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Buying your people's loyalty? How deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yuri. You're certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Yeah, I can. That's even worse, Oblige, yeah. Like manga, right? Let's try a reductive discussion about our differences in opinion. You, do you want to start? Well, I'd rather not know. Oh, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. Is this going to start a fight? No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. I don't have to cuddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectable to speak your mind. Respectable? Yu's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri. But the point of the exercise isn't exactly like, it's fine, I have nothing against anyone personally, you're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something, like I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What, are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life and I really prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different taste than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature. I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean, the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew this was going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always got the impression that you secretly looked down upon me, so I'm glad my suspicions were confirmed. So what's left for cleanup? So doing the side stories and getting like 100% like all the CGs, all the poems. 100% is quite annoying because it relies heavily on RNG. Like getting a specific loading screen that happens when you load into DDLC. Like, you know, when you load in from the desktop. And getting all the secret poems, which you have to like replay Act 2 over and over and over from the beginning. To like, because the way the secret poems work is that when you start like a new file, it's decided what poems you're gonna get. So you can't just like do a save like right before Act 2 happens and then just keep reloading until you get the poems you want. They actually decide, you know, on the fresh file, okay, gonna get these poems. You have to keep like resetting and starting over and over, basically. It's kind of annoying. But yeah. You know, I'd actually love... And I would like a chocolate bar with like strawberry flavored stuff in it, to be honest. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for things that I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and trying to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words send the club room into a choked silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Holy crap. I never heard her sound like that before. She must be pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so... I was just saying. How did this happen? It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I should have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do. It's nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. I guess we're sensitive about it being about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me, and it's nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her, not just the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than what you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Well, I'm just saying that like instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You shouldn't have to beat yourself up over it. No, unfortunately not. They were pretty clever with how they programmed it, it seems, so you actually have to just keep... But thankfully, obviously, you can skip text, so it shouldn't take, like... It doesn't take long to get to Act 2 at all. Just one of those things, really. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out, because I can just move on now. But, it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our mind off of this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. And don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you want, but don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Sayuri and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. But the club really has to just come to terms with the fact that some members be incompatible with each other. Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, and she knows Sayuri doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. Dun dun dun. Mail. Has anyone evaluated the side effects that might be caused by sharing a memory pool between multiple VMs rather than allocating them separately? I'm looking at some of the files VM1 is generating, and I'm finding some information that definitely shouldn't be there. I haven't seen any evidence this is actually affecting the inside of the VM itself, so I don't think this is a priority, but it's definitely worth noting. My best guess is memory being freed from VM2 isn't getting zeroed out, which technically gives VM1 access to it. All the info I have will go into an issue tracker, but I wanted to check if anyone else has noticed something along these lines. Interesting. Oh, this is new. I hate this. I can't do anything, nothing. No matter how many times you play, it's all the same. It'd be really, really easy for me to kill myself right now, but that would mean I don't get to talk to you anymore. All I want is for you to hate them. Why is that so hard? I've already seen Happy Thoughts. Okay, yeah, we're getting some more stuff by not Sayuri, by Monica here. There's a little devil inside of all of us. Beneath the manufactured perception, the artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them of all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a new cute shirt. Such a deplorable, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Interesting. Secure directory. Is this new as well? Yeah, okay. Nah, this isn't new. Got new music now, though. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it's definitely a bit crispy tonight, isn't it? I'm starting to feel it a little bit. I know Primal, obviously he lives in the Netherlands, but like, what, 28, 30 Celsius there is a... Oof. You not played anything the whole week. What happened to a roller coaster? Reflection. A new day arrives. Sayuri arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at her desk and pulls out a sheet of paper primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayuri's made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. Yeah, here's hoping, Keiki. I've actually been okay. So far, I've not been terribly warm. I'm feeling a little bit warm now, but like, as in like uncomfortably warm or hot, like uncomfortably, I've not actually had that yet, so. Yeah, we definitely need to, keep an eye on that. Now, if you lost inspiration, maybe you should try, if roller coasters may be tiring you out or burning you out a little bit, maybe you can just try something new, you know? Like visual novels. Like this. No, I haven't already seen this. I don't know. Maybe just something like fun. I mean, that's kind of what's happening for me. Like, I've just been boosting and just playing stuff that I've just not really been enjoying. Not like I've not enjoyed Battlefield 3, but like, I've not like played something just to play it. Do you know what I mean? So it got to a point I was starting to feel really like, ugh, and I was like, well, I need to get back to DDLC, and I obviously wanted to just try, like, do what I could with Battlefield 1, because I wanted to, like, play that and enjoy it a bit. I don't know, it's one of those things, really. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo. Yeah, and Natsuki. Natsuki pokes her head out from behind the closet door. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you, but it'd been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I doubt you want me listening into your poetry thing. Yeah. Thanks for realizing that. Should I let you finish that up then? Oh no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hallway. Huh, why? Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri is too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh. Jesus, Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it's never happened or just ignore it and move on. Don't want to be bothered by this. So stupid, her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings, it doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine, only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, let's start off with what kind of games do you like, Oblige? That's a good way we can open it. Like, maybe we can go from there. Oh, good. I'm trying to think what I could recommend. Well, I mean, you've already done, like, Battlefield games, I guess. There's, like, Final Fantasy games. There's, like, this is Riders. This is, like, I guess, like, Metroidvanias into that, like, Blasphemous and stuff. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of games out there, really. Battlefront 2. Yeah, mid with the Battlefront 2. Good old mid. I was happy the way things were before you had that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe, I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No, why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I just hate that she thinks she was so much better than me just because she likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least if people decide that they don't like me, or manga or whatever, but Yuri acts like she's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry, everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's books a chance? After this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not too hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. I see, but you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Soyu shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun and easy to just let go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and cover, and it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. And I just feel like maybe they have more in common than what you'd think. Not many missables. Ooh. Well, already we can put RPGs off the list. I mean, shooters are normally pretty good for that. Not having missables. Let's see. Yeah, I got stream games there. Let's go through that. I've already done Alan Wake. I can remove that from my list. Well, I'm removing... I wanted to do Disco Elysium at some point, didn't I? Elden Ring, that can fuck off. Oh yeah, I want to do Shadow Warrior at some point as well. Hack and slashers are pretty good for that. Like Devil May Cry or like...
And engage in jolly cooperation.
Oh my gosh! Mortal! Hello, how are you? It's actually been a while. I hope you've been okay. Thank you so much for the raid. I have not seen you stream for ages. Holy crap, thank you. Wow, thank you so much for the raid. It has been very long.
I'm the
Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Oh, sorry, Retro. My bot's still dead and I've given up with it. I don't know, but I've heard that with people that, like, have issues where they, like, unfollow someone. Like, obviously not deliberately, but, like, they realize they haven't had a follow on the stream or something. That's probably happened to me and I've not even realized it. In fact, I think it has. I don't remember who. But I remember going to someone's stream thinking, hold the fucking minute, I've definitely followed them. Yeah, I thought you were too, because I could have sworn. Honestly, Twitch has so many bugs and shit. Like, so much shit just breaks in the site. But how are you doing? What are you playing? And hello, Shay. Sorry. I got so excited for a minute there. Yeah, you know Nice Estonian, right, Mid? So he actually... So there's a point, once upon a time in MoFloor, I had a thing where people could actually redeem games for me. But, like, every single fucking person who ever has that system, I got rid of it. But anyway, but I still kind of feel like I want to honor those because they're actually all really good games that people pick. Nobody picked anything stupid. It's just that I was like, well, I don't really want to be in the mood all the time to play. I'm not in the mood all the time to play these great games because sometimes I might be like, oh, I really want to play Red Dead or Shadow War or Disco Elysium and all that, you know? But a Nice Estonian picked that for me and it looks really good. Same with like Saints Row, Doxy picked that, but I've already played that before and that game's brilliant. I did a, not the remastered version, I did the PS3 one, I really enjoyed that. Bound by Flame, I think that was Primal. Same with Kingdoms of Amalur, that was Primal as well. Kingdom Hearts was by someone, I can't remember who. Same with Crash 4, but I was going to do that for Plat 400 anyway. Yeah, it's so weird, Retro.
Start, you goddamn.
Yeah, let me have a check more. No, I'm still followed to you, thankfully. I just haven't been seeing you stream. Have you still been streaming? So I definitely haven't caught you, but you might be, well... Are you North American? Because people tend to be, like, really funky with times there. Because, like, a lot of people, like, tend to, like, stream, like... I don't know. Like, usually past like, 10 or 11 my time, and either I'm streaming at that point and just finishing and go to bed, or I'm just in bed. Or, like, at that point I'm already, like, super into gaming, so I don't realise anybody new's popped on. Yeah, too. I'm definitely going to be doing that. Same with 1. Oh, yes, you still... Oh, yes, you do, Keiki, you do. And to be fair, yeah, you do. I think Hawk still has his. I know Leon just started doing one. I think somebody else still has theirs, but I don't remember who, though. So... But yeah, a fat majority of people give up, but those who do still keep doing get badasses in my book because that's resilience in my eyes, to be honest. Like, damn, you know. I kind of wish sometimes I'd bring it back just to see, like, really... Because, like, Greedfall and Bound by Flame I probably wouldn't ever think to play, and they are really cool suggestions, so... It's kind of one of the things I really liked about redeeming games and stuff. Kings of Amalur I did want to play, actually, but yeah, it's pretty cool. No worries, Mortal. Thank you so much for the raid. I raid and dip all the time, so don't ever apologize. But I really hoping to catch one of your streams at some point if you're active on my time. Yeah, exactly, Retro. I got loads of like American or like North American. No one redeems it. I have to keep that in mind, Keiki, when I go into your stream next. I have to save up all the fat points. Death Stranding. Have you done that? There's a sequel, so you can look forward to that, obliged, but I guess that can't help you now. What about Nah, that's got loads of missables. And you gotta do multiple playthroughs. Well, I don't think Royal has that. I don't know. Royal's supposedly the really easier platinum, so maybe not. I don't know.
Since you're going through this and everything, Blasphemous is good in that nothing's missable if you mess up a side quest. Like, you can still get it anyway.
Are you sure? Because, well, it has missable trophies. Well, I don't know about Blasphemous 2, but Blasphemous 1 has missable trophies.
The only missable one, off the top of my head, is the Theophilus Redempto one. Because that one's quite specific.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, as far as like items and shit goes in game, you can't really miss them.
Why do you do like beat 'em ups like Streets of Rage? That's really fun to oblige. Or what about fighting games never have missables. There's fighting games as well, like Mortal Kombat. Though I hear the platinums are very well. I mean, no, I hear Mortal Kombat 10's quite grindy. I hear 1 is very fucking grindy. Yeah, Leon's has it set to 100k. When I had it, how much did I have as a fucking as Primal? I'm trying to remember if there's anyone here who did used to redeem it who can remember how much I set it to. I think it was like 100k or something, or 75,000. It was something like that. Wait, no, it might have actually been smaller than that. It might have been 20,000 or something, because it wasn't like... I think it's before I was like super active and stuff, and I was kind of like new, so I think I had set to something low, like 20 or 50,000 or something. Ah, yeah. It's also Monster Hunter. Tunic I've heard really mixed things about. We don't talk about FC24. There's racing games as well. Racing games tend to have like lots of like missables. Assassin's Creed doesn't usually have missables either. Oh, Outer Worlds is really good. If you like Fallout New Vegas, definitely play Outer Worlds. Outer Worlds is nowhere near as good as Fallout New Vegas, but I think it does still have some decent amount of charm. It's just way too fucking short. The DLC is really good though. God of War, that's always a good shout, but I don't... They have missables? I don't remember. Oh yeah, there's all the Stalker games I brought. I don't know if they've got missables, but they're supposed to be really good. Far Cry is always a decent, like... Far Cry's a good game if you just don't know what to play. Kind of game, if you know what I mean. Oh, Castle Crashers is brilliant. I gotta go back to playing that Rider again.
What was that?
I'm gonna go with this forever, but yeah, you get the gist, right? I'm going right.
Kings, that was the other
Oh yeah, I do Mercenary Kings with you, yeah.
Yeah, and also, no.
Yeah.
Start your fucking penance.
No, I've got a million games to play. You could get into Monster Hunter, absolutely could. Oh, I mean, well, it's Castle Crashers. If it was Castle Clashers, then we'd be thinking of WWE, but yeah. Wait, don't do what, KP? Don't do what? Burnout Paradise is awesome. Yeah, the 8 people trophy is pretty rough, but I will say the online is actually still active. You could almost, if you were quite lucky to just convince people to play along with you in a way, you could actually probably get that legit, because when we were boosting it with Shay and Gang, there was still a lot of people playing that game, so you could probably do the 8-player trophy like legit, really. In fact, when I was on PS3, I did get it legit. Because there was somebody who set up like the challenge to all go to like the Wildcat Stadium, whatever the fuck it's called, and I just got a trophy that way. You could probably just do the same where you set up the challenge, tell people to go, then if they do it, you get the trophy. It's one of those things, really. Oh, I love Monster Hunter. I need to do Iceborne, but I did World. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like, first it was with Monica when I was new to the club, and then it was you, and now it's Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person's been such a jerk, as if and if they just realised that, then we could at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me because nobody likes me. And I don't know why, and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. So he puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. Yep. I'll definitely do it with you. I just got so many games, man. Especially, like... So, like, what I want to do is... I got this, obviously. NBA is fucking dragging because trying to get people to turn up to the boost now is... I think we've gotten to the point people have gotten fatigued with this. They're not kind of turning up as much. It's why I'm streaming today. Although, well, it's because my ult wasn't working. But it's only me and, like, one other guy. LB has this? Oh my god. I don't know if he ever wanted to boost it, but I could have actually asked him. Oh my god. Yeah, this is starting to really slog now, to be fucking honest. I got this to do. I'm also slogging on this. I'm starting to get a little bit tired of it because of the 300 things. I haven't played this in ages because I'm doing all the other 5 million shit. And I got to do all this. And also I wanted to stream this after Doki Doki as well. Like, oh my god, I've just got so much fucking shit to do. So then to think, well, and they're all really, lots of them are like really heavy games, you know, especially like Rebirth. So it's like, I have to probably do Iceborne like after Rebirth. Because if I don't get back, if I completely drop Rebirth, I'm not going to go back into it for ages. Like that's what happened to me in Remake. It took me ages to plat Remake because I just dropped it and then that was it. Do you have the plat for Iceborne, Keiki? I'd love to play it with you as well. It was really fun playing, when I did World, it's fun playing with like Primal and Gilded and that. You know, Monster Hunter is a fantastic game with friends, so I'm down to play that with people when I get around to it. Ah, so you just need Iceborne then. Yeah, that'd be cool. How far did you get into Iceborne then? Because I've literally, like, I only got about... I didn't really get that far into the story, to be honest. I did, like, the first 2 monsters, I guess. I don't know. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be as loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes it makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication. And it feels like you magically connect with them. Friends who play is kind of misleading. Then you have a profile on consoles, download the game on a console before. Oh, I didn't know that, Oblige. Ah, I get that, yeah. It's actually incredible they've done so much of it solo, though, because it's... Monster Hunter's not an easy game to solo, you know? That's really impressive. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with, too. It can be really hard. It takes a lot of, like, reflection and self-awareness. And vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Well, it sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, and I guess my dad, like when I don't get good grades, even stupid things like my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do, cry about it? If I let myself get upset and it's just letting them win, I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. It feels like if something goes wrong and there's even a tiny hint that'd be my fault, then... I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself as better than Yuri? If I said that, then I was to sound really full of myself. No. Our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them if we want to learn more about ourselves. That's a part of vulnerability, you know, accepting that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much more better than her. Give me a second, guys. I'm back. Hello, Alex. How you doing? Nice to see you. What's going on? That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase and that I'm just way above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. Warhammer's bugging out? Oh no, what's happening, Alex? What's going on? The way that I like to picture it is that those feelings are like your roommate. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then and it's gonna make you feel like poop. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that can be really hard to get along with, called depression. Depression? But you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Oh my god. Well, you guys are stuck with that now. I guess you weren't told about how buggy it was then. Oh no, I'm sure you guys will get sorted though, you know? Wait, so you got that trophy for starting the final mission, not for even beating it? Yes, exactly, Oblige. Oh, what was that fucking game, Deliver Us the Moon? That was the one like people kept talking about and plotting and all that, but oh my god, that game was the fucking worst for trophies not popping as supposed to. And I don't mean like they bug out, but the trophies literally pop out of order. So like a trophy for completing like one chapter would pop in like a later chapter or something like that, or a trophy that's supposed to pop in a later chapter pops earlier. It's so fucking dumb. Like, I had that, like, full of that. Like, I had to check, like, if there's, like, a glitch or something. And they're actually, like... It's not glitched, it's just the weird way they program the trophies. Like, I mean, it is glitched, but not in the way that they just won't ever pop, but they just pop out of order. Man, I did not enjoy that game at all. It was such a slog, but... People did really enjoy it, so I'm cool for them, because there's, like, the sequel, like the Mars one, right? Well, thankfully, it's a known issue, at least. You played it twice, and Mars twice. I did Deliver Us the Moon literally once, and I was just like... Because there's just 2 stacks, and I was like, you know what? No. I can't cope with a second playthrough. That's cool, though. Fastest achiever. Oh, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, Yuri, and Monica. And I think Yuri eventually learned that about you. Natsuki remains silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayori's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted the wound after becoming vulnerable. It's as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not going to yell at you. I just want to say that I'm sorry for what happened yesterday. It's unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time I just won't try to jump in and solve everyone's problems. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me? I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Yuri curls up, recalling the details of the argument. I can't even have a normal conversation about saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second and manages a nod. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns, I just can't get away from them. What kinds of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. Oh, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because... Monica thinks back to the time that she herself found herself in an altercation with Natsuki, and how displaying maturity from Monica was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki is naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she could be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she needs to receive some degree of kindness first before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, but that means the burden is on me. And I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs on her hair. It's okay, Yuri, you don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectable when people speak her mind. Natsuki even said that she found it more respectable when people speak their mind. So I did, and she hated me anyway. The words... That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I like you, and we've gotten to know you a lot by now, right? Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I felt really ashamed of it. I like to think myself as a fairly sophisticated person, so someone just to treat me like I'm inferior despite my tastes. That's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. It makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong again. My feelings about her are wrong. I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri, feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? It's just a state of being that we just don't always have control over. It doesn't mean that they have to control us. I felt like that's something I learned around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can, you know, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I can never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them, and I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Yuri wears a dejected expression. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature, and so good at people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Ah, Yuri, I'm far from perfect. But these are learned skills, they don't come naturally to me either. It's really hard to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative, dismissive of the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it feels like to be misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself that you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of that getting in the way. No, not really. Just the chatter for it at the moment. I think it's just because I think CJ. I think that we're trying to figure out the DLC because I know Mid said that the DLC apparently is still quite active, but when he tried again today, it was pretty dead. So I think it's just trying to figure what are we actually boosting, basically. You know, obviously you need to do the weapons, which Shay has kindly offered to drop for us, which is fantastic of her. So we got that. So it's just, I guess, trying to figure out what the, you try and get his... Yeah, have you got any success? It's very dead. Maybe just bumped into a boosting session or something of people playing it. Oh, yeah, I mean, you said it was a Saturday. Maybe it's because it's the weekend, so people are playing it. We could try that again, if you check over the weekend, maybe Friday and Saturday, people might be playing it. I can't stand when the piece is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the piece is disturbed, right? Because the Literature Club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sayuri must be rubbing off on me because I really want to hug you now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, that's weird. I guess maybe sometimes it might be one of those things where, it just got revived. You know, Battlefront, maybe it started off as a boosting session, but then, loads of people started joining it and made it active. And then, once people left, it just couldn't get it to revive again. I think it might have just been a Battlefront situation, maybe. So, you know, because it doesn't make sense to why it'd be active then suddenly dead. No, unless it's is it one of those things where it, you know, operations, they rotate? So it's one of those things where if you do an operation, can I rotate through all the different operations type thing? That's true, Oblige. I mean, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so... Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. You're so gentle, and I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky to get to see that side of you, and I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh, a letter, that's a great idea. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Or I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yu's face hardens with determination. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayuri, and personality just isn't suited for that. And I wouldn't want it to be. But something I learned is that friendships don't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayuri. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she puts in so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. I think it's the same with you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience. And I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? Yuri nods. I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be somebody that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that's just like me to think that, always so occupied with myself that I failed to understand other people. Yuri shakes her head. Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them, and respect them, and trust that, then they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observations in the literature club. Observations? Monica is caught by surprise. Yuri's always kept to herself so much that it's unusual to hear her suddenly talking about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayuri too. It makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet, I had no idea that it meant that much to you. Monica never thought much about it, but in the past weeks, Yuri has always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. It's true, Sayuri and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can more easily work through situations of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses and capacity to improve. And that first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. It's something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. We're learning today, guys. You know, I feel like the side stories is like one big, long, like, self-help book. Like, it's very, like, sometimes I wonder, is it actually, like, is this, like, side stories, or is it the game just talking to me? I don't know if it's just an observation, but, like, I feel like the game's just trying to teach the person on the other end something. I don't know, it's interesting. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustling lunchtime hallways, her fist pressed into her collarbone. When she finds Literature Club President's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected, this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens. Hey, Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch. Yuri squeaks a response. Please help me. What, is everything okay? Hey CJ, how you doing? Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm learning. Yeah, so Blige was asking about like date times and stuff for the boost and all that. I know I wanted it to be after NBA, but the problem I'm having CJ is that, you know, like when a boost takes really long and people to start like losing motivation, I think that's what's starting to happen because people aren't joining as much. They obviously want, you know, we're so close to the end, right? But I think people are starting to get a bit burnt out because it's just not turning up. So I'm starting to think like, okay, well, what I might do is if you still want to start maybe like, obviously, you know, up to you, but I'm at the point where, like, if you want to start making plans of dates or whatever, then just go for it, because there's no point waiting on me anymore. I'll just have to start telling people, like, I'm just gonna have to do this Battlefield boost, because I was really hoping that we could just grind it out and get it done, but, like, I think people are starting to get burnt out on it, so it's kind of, it's like twice in a row that we've not really got anything going now. It doesn't help, like, two of the people have already gotten the trophy, so yeah. What, is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. Yeah, that sounds cool, CJ. I don't know how to write letters. Thank goodness, I thought there was some kind of emergency. Monica briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends. Do you want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I felt bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. One sec. Monica trots back into her classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friends, then grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri. Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. Yeah, I mean... times is like pretty much Battlefield 3 times I can do. And dates is, There should be, so I can't do this Wednesday because I'm seeing a friend, and staying over. I don't think anything else is happening in terms of like evening, so guess I'll be free really. How are you today? Huh, me? Well, yes. Oh gosh, sorry I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today, just tired, never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know, I just think I'm easily distracted. I just get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too, I do that too. Hey, this classroom is empty, let's go in here. After peering inside, Monica opens the classroom door and the two of them enter. Yeah, that sounds good for me, CJ. I mean, I don't think the boost is going to take long, right? Because we're only really doing, I guess, like the weapons or whatever, like, I guess maps we need. I know, Blige. Oh god, streaming boost is always an interesting experience. Remembering when Leon did that. Yeah, like... I don't know if Mid mentioned as well, but he did also try checking, like, the operations again. And he checked again today, and they're still dead. So, I don't know if we actually might have to get people for that, because... it sounds like it just might be... I mean, it might be because he did it on the weekend, so maybe, like, if it's active on the weekend, we could just do it on the weekend. We just have to just test it out, like, this Friday and Saturday. To check if people are playing it, but... Which is that I think it feels like some of the operations are a bit touch and go, really, if we're going to need to boost that or not. Yeah, I'm trying to think what we're even able to boost, because obviously we need the weapons, and then... I mean, the base game stuff is just something you can just really, you know, just play legit. Especially the tips Mid gave, like just using blimps and shit like that. I'd probably end up getting, like, some levels along the way, like, getting kills and stuff, too. She watches as Monica pulls out 2 chairs up to the same desk and then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. Yeah, I know what you mean, CJ. That's for sure. I think what I can do, so for me, it's like, I think I'll probably, like, see how much levels I get. Test through doing, like, the kills and the operations, and then if I still feel like I'm a bit far off, it's like, okay, well, you know what, just... can you just get me to level 10? And then I can just play the fucking story. Basically. But it depends, really, because the problem is I've got so many games to do, I'm not sure if I really want to be playing, like, loads of multiplayer, to be honest. Yeah, operations is really concerning as well, for sure. We'll see what happens, I think, if we can get, like... because Mid definitely found people before, but... I don't know if it just might have been a case of, like, a Battlefront situation happened where... we accidentally revived dead game modes, because we'll be boosting to try to get the numbers up, and then randoms would come in, and they'd all start playing and stuff, and then more randoms would come, and then bam, it just revives the game mode. But obviously, when everyone has to go to bed, and the game mode's dead again, because it requires, like, 20 people. So it's definitely one of those things, really. Ah, she stares down at an empty desk. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish off this side story and I'll be in bed because it's nearly midnight. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can come up with something else. Yuri shakes her head. It's my chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri pushes through her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up a pen. Yuri's face. Hey, you're left-handed, that's neat. Ah, yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start by listing the different things you want to say to her? Yuri thinks. I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. Oh, it's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection and our behaviour. The key question is why we act like this towards each other but have been able to separately be friends with Sayuri and Monica. That's me. Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks. I've been able to befriend the two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. The same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted, but she does want to be respected more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same. I want to do that too. So what kinds of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I'd like to receive. I like when people respond positively to the things I talk about, not just brush me off. Why does something smell like cat food? It smells really strongly of it. I don't like that. Oh, the cat's over there, but she's just chilling out. Weird. It's just vibing. I don't know. It just felt like it smells it really strongly all of a sudden. Oh, it's a horrible smell. I like how my feelings are taken seriously. It could be because I have a cat. Could be. And I like it when you and Sayuri trust I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay, you write some things down. I think the most important thing to remember here is that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable. She should make sure the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to tell someone all the things they're doing wrong. I think first is to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask yourself what you like in return. Just having a quick drink. How does that sound for the structure? It could be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts are so disorganized, I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. I always like these little CGs and stuff because you could tell there's this bait for like people writing fan fictions, aren't they? Like they are. They're just fan service shit. It's fucking bait, this is. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know. Gotta check on Bob. Sorry, I'm back. That's to sort that one out. Oh yeah, no, we're not 20 people now. Good night, Oblige. Thank you so much for hanging out, my dude. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for the hydrate, Retro. All I'm doing is helping you put it onto a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. Fan service. But as she lets go, she's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Monica's hand in place. For a while they sit like that in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday told me something that I'm thinking about a lot. What was that? The thing about how feelings aren't right or wrong, and that it's just a state of being that we need to come to terms with. It made me think about how a person's behaviour isn't always just how they decide to be. It's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me see other people as actual people rather than as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you felt about Natsuki? Yuri nods. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best. Oh, remote. Yay. Thank you. Everyone's always trying their best, and everyone wants to be happy. Monica peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering it with her arm. I have to be able to read it to help out, you know. It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organised now after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting on paper, I realise I'd actually prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughs softly to herself, a rare expression. I'm kind of glad to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. But it's also been wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart, but... Yuri smiles. I'll always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. Monica gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course, I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales and the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monica nods. Good luck, I'm here if you need me. Yuri returns a nod and the two depart. I forgot to put my headphones back on. Okay, wait, what was that? Okay, so that ties into this. Alright, cool. Yeah, we got new CG, didn't we? I guess real quickly before going to bed, we can try get that spooky thing happening. Another check. Yeah. It's like a 1 in 64 chance we're gonna get it. And we do need it for 100%. So just try it for a little bit, like for 10 minutes or something, like 5. 10 minutes. And then, there we go, we got it.
What was it?
I think we got it. Wait, what? Eh? That's weird. It just started that. Damn, this must be like a separate thing because it just started up that time. Well, I hear it's pretty spooky. I've not actually seen it though. I have seen like a little picture of it, but I didn't look much into it. Oh, I missed you too, game. That's also a little rare occurrence. The little warning message also changes, but it's not very often it does that either. That's also like a chance that could happen. It was only partially your fault. Come on. You can only get this screen as well if you're in Act 2. PM died for this. Who the fuck's PM? Don't forget to back up Monica's character file. You definitely want to do that for reasons. There we go, we got it. Oh, that's totally not nightmare fuel. Nice, cool. That actually didn't take long for something that's 1 in 64. Tust Monica. That was pretty spooky, actually. I'm not putting that as a fucking wallpaper, by the way. No chance. No fucking chance. Alright, cool. So that's fantastic that we got that. We also got new music, so... Alright, so the only thing that's really concerning is the rare poems, which I'll try to do off stream. Obviously, like, any ones I get, did I read this one? I think this is another one I got from when I, Oh, there's this as well, like, stare at the Dr. Bill special message, I love you. And I thought that was going to be a jump scare, because you don't actually... the I love you doesn't actually pop up right away. There's like a dot where the I love you is. So you think it's going to be a jump scare if you stare at it, but it's just, nope, I love you. Alright. We'll read this one before we call it. A dream. I was wandering an abandoned warehouse at night. I was lost, looking for an exit. I just wanted to go home. I came upon a huge empty room, its ceiling and walls beyond the deep blackness. My steps were quick in order to hurry to the other side, or to a wall, or anything. Suddenly the ground was no longer beneath my feet. I stepped into a hole of indeterminate width. I fell for a good 5 seconds before crashing into warm water. Figuring out which way was up, I surfaced myself. The air was humid, and the sounds of my splashing reverberated endlessly. My vision was completely swallowed by the dark. With one hand, I could feel the damp metal wall of the container. My lungs were already getting tired. That's absolutely horror fuel. Right, fantastic stream. So next stream would actually probably be a plat stream, but I don't know when I'll stream this next. Probably when NBA doesn't happen. So we could finish off Self-Love, and that would hopefully be the plat pop, or maybe if I don't get the secret poems by then I can just do that on stream, but it'd be really fucking boring, because this is going to be me replaying Act 2 over and over and over again. Yeah, it's been cool. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. I've been really enjoying this game. So I can't wait to get the plat to, and I'll probably obviously do off-stream the PS4 stack of it as well. It's no worries, my dude. I know how busy you are and stuff, you know. Alright, let's go raid somebody. But I'm probably going to be raiding and running because I got super go to bed already. Who is online? Not many. That's strange. I think we've only got Fitch. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that because I've not seen Fitch in ages. Let's go say hi to Fitch. He is playing Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. That's a Was that the PS3 one or was it like a PS4 one? Honestly, I think Advanced Warfare's on the PS3, but that's really cool though. I don't tend to see people talk about Advanced Warfare very much. I'd love to hang out for sure to see that, but I just go sleep. But yeah, please give Fitch like a big hello and a raid and then everything, you know? I don't know when I'll stream again. Oh no, I mean, that I don't expect, you know, totally up to people whether they join the raid or not. If you got stuff to do and you don't like the game or whatever, then I'm never going to force you by gunpoint. Ever, you know? That is totally valid and fine. I've done that many a times, you know, where it's like, well, I'm just going to dip because I'm not fancying it, you know? But yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys. I see you. Take care and bye-byes.